If you've ever felt like you are being evaluated for what you can provide rather than who you are, then you need to hear these 5 questions that reveal if she's secretly a gold digger. These aren't innocent inquiries about getting to know you. These are targeted questions designed to assess your financial worth and determine whether you're worth her time and effort. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and leave a comment below if you've ever questioned someone's intentions in a relationship. Your story could help others spot these red flags before it's too late, and before they invest time and money into someone who only sees them as a financial opportunity. Question 1. What's your salary? This question is shockingly direct and completely focused on your financial status, rather than anything meaningful about you as a person. She's not asking about your career passion, what you love about your work, your professional goals, or your ambitions. She's asking specifically about how much money you make, what you're worth financially. When this question comes up early in a relationship, especially within the first few dates or conversations, it's a massive red flag. Normal people don't lead with financial interrogation when getting to know someone romantically. They ask about interests, values, backgrounds, and compatibility factors. The psychology behind this question is financial probing and value assessment. She's not trying to understand you as a person or build emotional connection. She's assessing your earning potential to determine if you meet her financial requirements. Her focus is on securing her place in your life by understanding whether your income level justifies her continued interest. Here's how this typically happens. You're on your second or third date, conversation is flowing, and suddenly she asks, "So what's your salary?" Or, "Is your job well paying?" The directness might catch you off guard. You might even answer honestly because you want to be open. But this isn't an innocent inquiry about your life. She's measuring you for your financial value, calculating whether you're worth pursuing based purely on your income. If you deflect or give a vague answer, watch her reaction carefully. A gold digger will press harder, trying different angles to extract the information. She might ask about your lifestyle expenses, your car payment, your rent, all indirect ways of calculating your income. Her persistence reveals that your earning power matters more to her than your personality. Question 2. How much do you spend on yourself? This question appears more subtle than directly asking about salary, which is why it's particularly sneaky. It might seem like casual curiosity about your lifestyle and habits, but it's actually a strategic probe to figure out how much you're willing and able to spend, which she'll use to calculate how much she can extract from you. She's testing your financial habits to understand what kind of luxury lifestyle she can expect if she continues the relationship. If you spend generously on yourself, she sees that as proof you have disposable income that could be redirected toward her. If you're frugal, she's calculating whether she can change those habits or if you're not worth her time. The psychology at work is strategic observation and spending capacity assessment. She's evaluating how easily she can extract financial value from you by understanding your comfort level with spending money. Your answer gives her a roadmap for how to position her future requests. Listen for variations of this question. How much do you usually spend on clothes? What's your budget for vacations? How much do you drop on gadgets and tech? It all sounds like she's just getting to know your interests and lifestyle, but she's actually calculating how much of your financial resources could be directed toward her if she plays her cards right. If you mention spending significant amounts on hobbies, travel, or personal items, watch how her interest level changes. A gold digger will become noticeably more engaged and attentive. She's just confirmed you have money to spend, and now she's planning how to become the recipient of that spending. Question 3. Why haven't you taken me to luxury destination? This question is particularly manipulative because it creates retroactive obligations and implies that expensive experiences should already be happening. She questions your choice of dates, activities, or trips by subtly pointing out luxury destinations or high-end experiences she thinks she deserves. Even if you've been taking her to nice places, she'll compare them unfavorably to more expensive options. The psychology behind this is subtle expectation setting and entitlement positioning. By framing luxury experiences as the expected standard for your relationship, she's planting the idea that you should be spending significant money on high-end activities to prove your affection and commitment. She's also gauging your financial generosity and willingness to meet escalating demands. Here's how this sounds in real conversations. You've been dating for a few weeks. Maybe you've gone to some nice local restaurants or activities. Then she says, "Why haven't you taken me to Paris yet?" Or, "When are we going to the Maldives?" You haven't even discussed international travel plans, but suddenly, you're feeling pressure to justify why you haven't already booked an expensive luxury trip. Or she might say it more subtly. "My friend's boyfriend took her to this amazing resort. Why don't we do things like that?" She's using comparison to make you feel inadequate, while simultaneously establishing that expensive trips are what she expects from the relationship. The manipulation works because it makes you feel like you're failing to meet reasonable relationship standards, when, in reality, she's manufacturing unrealistic expectations designed to extract maximum financial benefit. A woman genuinely interested in you would be happy spending time together regardless of cost. A gold digger is only satisfied with increasingly expensive experiences. Question 4. Do you want to settle down with someone who has a good job? This question appears to be about future compatibility and life goals, but listen carefully to what's actually being asked. She's not inquiring about emotional readiness for commitment, shared values about family, or compatibility in life vision. She's specifically asking about financial capacity in a future partner. The framing might seem reasonable on the surface. After all, financial stability matters in long-term relationships. But notice how she phrases it. She's positioning the primary qualification for a life partner as having a good job, meaning earning good money. Everything else is secondary. The psychology here is financial partnership framing and provider qualification. She's looking to establish a future where you are the financial provider and she's the beneficiary. The question isn't really about mutual financial partnership or building wealth together. It's about ensuring you have the earning power to support the lifestyle she wants. Listen for how she discusses the future. Do you want to settle down with someone who can make your life easier financially? Or, "I think it's important that whoever I end up with has a stable, well-paying career." She's telling you directly that her interest in long-term commitment is conditional on your financial capacity. If you express that you value emotional connection, shared interests, or personal compatibility more than financial status, watch her reaction. A gold digger will dismiss these as naive or secondary concerns. She'll insist that financial security is the foundation of any real relationship, revealing that her interest in you is fundamentally transactional. Question 5. Why are you still single? You could be doing so much better. This question is particularly insidious because it masquerades as a compliment while actually serving multiple manipulative purposes. On the surface, it sounds like she's expressing surprise that someone as great as you hasn't been snatched up yet, but the subtext reveals her true intentions. She's accomplishing several things with this question. First, she's probing why previous relationships failed, looking for patterns that might indicate financial issues. Second, she's positioning herself as someone who recognizes your value, implying she'd treat you better. Third, she's subtly suggesting that you deserve someone who can offer more, by which she means someone who will properly appreciate and leverage your financial resources. The psychology at work is subtle comparison, self-promotion, and value reframing. By making you question why you're single, or implying your standards have been too low, she's planting the seed that you deserve someone better, specifically her. She's also setting up the narrative that your value should be recognized and rewarded with appropriate benefits. Here's the typical context. She says, "Why are you still single? Someone like you should have women lining up. You could be doing so much better." It sounds flattering, but she's actually gathering information about your relationship history while positioning herself as the upgrade you deserve. Or the more direct version, "You're too successful to be single. You need someone who appreciates what you've accomplished." Translation: you need someone who will properly capitalize on your financial success, namely her. The manipulation works because it appeals to your ego while simultaneously devaluing your past choices and current situation, making you more receptive to her interest and less critical of her obvious focus on your financial status. Remember, love should never come with a price tag or require financial qualification. You deserve someone who values you for who you are, not what you earn. Don't let manipulation disguise itself as affection. Recognize these questions for what they are: gold digger vetting processes designed to assess whether you're worth exploiting. Stay aware, protect yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.